So what is your take, Prashant, from a healthcare perspective, in terms of the impact of AI in the entire job creation space?
Thanks, Sudipta. I think in interesting times we live in, I think there are business models that are undergoing transformation as we speak, and transformation is the need of the hour. And AI essentially is going to be that key ingredient that is going to enable this transformation. So it's AI has got massive tailwind. Now, unfortunately, the challenge has been, and let me give you, we've all heard about telemedicine, right? How quickly the guidelines came in from the government as well. And I can tell you, before COVID, we used to talk about, with our enterprise customers, insurers, corporates, other payers, saying, hey, we're happy to bundle telemedicine inside your health insurance policy. And they used to be like, very exciting. Let's talk about it 6 months from now, 9 months from now, 12 months from now. And in this matter of days, it actually went from saying, I want it tomorrow, I want it today, I want it yesterday. So in some sense, the business model transformation is actually thrust upon us. And AI, I believe, is going to play center stage role in making that happen. But before that, it's very important because healthcare specifically is very fast evolving, right? There are templates that are moving from fee for service to value-based care that are essentially outcome driven. And that is exactly why it's important to actually, for organizations, to have a data strategy in place. Now, the whole data strategy journey is actually twofold. One is about the incentives. Why would I share data? Why would I collect data? Why would I actually store data on the one hand? And the second is, to your points, in just the technical ability of organizations and people that actually are part of this organization to be able to ingest this data, to be able to update this data as we have inferences coming out of it, and then essentially continuing to to be able to use this for predictive modeling, predictive medicine in the space of healthcare. Is there, unfortunately, AI, it is about, in the biomedical informatics world, it is about getting the best of clinical talent on the one hand, and, get that talent to work with all of those guys who can convert these reams of data into rows and columns. Right? At the end of the day, those are very distinctly different sets of expertise. And we have folks that are actually, and we need to invest, and which is where the data strategy of organizations comes in place. If organizations are going to keep thinking about everything from the mindset of better, faster, cheaper, you and I will never be able to make, a quantum leap with the help of AI in the whole predictive, preventive, proactive world. So the investment is going to be around be able to take some of these guys who have the technical ability to ingest data, update data, and continue to work with massive swaths of data on the one hand, and essentially bring them together with a clinical ability, a biomedical ability to be able to stitch this together. Because at the end of the day, like I said initially on the call, AI is only as good as the action it enables. And, and specifically in healthcare, to your earlier point, Sudipta, that you made, that there is so much from the point of view of just paucity of infrastructure. Let me give you an example. This is, while in India we have, there's always been the ratio of beds to people and a paucity of it. There was an experiment that Google ran in the US. And this was an experiment on diabetic retinopathy. With high sugar, high diabetes, you have problems with the retina in the eyes. So they actually wanted to bring down screening time. So the screening time of diabetic retinopathy was brought down from 4 hours to 10 minutes. But guess what happened? When they did that, they realized they're now creating a massive backlog of patients because there are no capacity. So, which is why it's important, there are multiple, players in this, the person who can actually work with data and massive swaths, being the technical guys, the biomedical, the clinical guys, as well as those actually that have, from a business standpoint, an understanding of not only today in automation, but future and predictive, to be able to identify end use cases that are going to be high impact and are going to shape the future. And like we've realized, the future no longer is away. Things like COVID essentially bring forward some of these transformation requirements and make them imminent needs. I've given you a few pointers. I'm not sure if your questions fully answered.
No, I think these are very, very useful pointers, and thanks for